Don't make this mistake. It'll cost you tens of thousands of dollars and waste months of your life. The problem with a lot of sellers is they decide upfront, I need to make $300,000 or $400,000 or whatever the number is before they've even had their home evaluated by a professional. And let me tell you, I've had some people come up with some wild numbers, and sometimes I have to be the bearer of bad news and tell them something like, I'm sorry, but your house that has no recent upgrades and no swimming pool isn't worth more than the house that just sold 2 doors down that's been recently remodeled, has a pool, and is bigger than yours. I've actually had this happen more than once, and unfortunately, there's nothing I can do for these people but be honest with them. What usually happens at this point is they go with another realtor who's willing to let them determine the list price. The home will sit on the market for about 45 days. They'll drop the price a little, then at 60 days they'll drop it again, and then one of two things will happen. They'll take the home off the market because they still don't get it, or eventually the home will sell for less than what they could have gotten had they priced it correctly from the beginning. In this video, I'm breaking down the biggest pricing mistakes I see sellers making in 2025, and more importantly, how to avoid them so you can actually get your home sold for top dollar here in Temecula, Murrieta, or anywhere else in Southern California. Hey guys, I'm Shane Bernal at VIP Service Realty. If you didn't already know, we've got an exclusive VIP email list where we share more personal, behind-the-scenes clips that we don't post on YouTube. It doesn't cost a thing, and I'd love for you to join the fun. There's a link in the description to get signed up. In today's video, I'm going to show you the top mistakes that cost sellers money and how to launch your home at the right price in today's market. Mistake number 1. Pricing high to test the waters. When you list a home for sale, the first 1 to 2 weeks are the most critical. That's when you get the most eyeballs, the most showings, and the highest chance of multiple offers. If you overshoot on your list price, buyers are gonna scroll right past you. Online shoppers today are very savvy, and within seconds, they're comparing your home to others in the same neighborhood. If yours doesn't stack up, they move right on to the next one. And when a listing sits for 30, 60, 90 days, even if you drop the price, the damage is done because at this point, most buyers assume one of two things. They assume there's something wrong with the house, or they assume you're not reasonable and they don't want to waste their time with writing an offer, going through inspections, escrow, etc., if they're going to be dealing with an unreasonable seller. That may sound a little mean, but it's the truth. No one wants to deal with an unreasonable person, especially in a situation like this. So, to avoid this mess, we price it correctly from day one. The right price creates demand, and demand creates leverage. Mistake number 2. This happens when sellers think their outdated upgrades add more value to their house. So, 20 years ago, you bought a brand new home, and instead of going with the white tile countertops and carpet everywhere downstairs, you went all in on granite countertops and tile flooring. Maybe you even upgraded the cabinets so you didn't get stuck with those terrible looking yellowish honey oak or golden oak cabinets. Well, guess what? Most of your neighbors did the same thing, and if they didn't do it right away, there's a good chance they did it after they bought the home, or maybe they sold it and the person that bought it from them did some upgrades later. So here's the truth. Upgrades add value, but not dollar for dollar, and not if they were done 20, 15, or even in some cases just 10 years ago. Styles come and go, and everyone has their own personal preferences. Recent upgrades can add some value, but they have to be extraordinary compared to the norm for homes in your neighborhood. Here's an example. Let's say for whatever reason you need to replace the primary bathroom, shower, and tub. And let's say your home, like most others in the neighborhood, came with the traditional fiberglass tub and shower. Maybe you had tile around the deck of the tub, or the basic white tile in the shower, whatever. So instead of installing a new fiberglass tub and shower, you rip everything out and create a super modern walk-in steam shower with the most expensive tile you can get your hands on. You have speakers and lights and the highest end jacuzzi tub with a 10-foot floor-to-ceiling glass door. And while you're at it, you also install new countertops, cabinets, custom mirrors with fancy backlighting, the whole 9 yards. That'll definitely give you more value, but probably not as much as you think. So, don't go tearing your house apart and spending $100,000 or $200,000 on remodeling because you're not gonna get it all back. Talk to me first, I'll tell you what to do, and more importantly, what not to do to get your home ready for sale. Mistake number 3, relying on Zillow, Redfin, or other online estimates to tell you what your home's worth. I'm not going to pretend to know the fine details and coding of the algorithms for how these sites come up with their values. Obviously, they have the ability to compare general location, square footage, bedroom, bathroom counts, the lot size, the basics. But there is so much more beyond that that needs to be taken into consideration. Upgrades, for example, like we just talked about. Maybe you did that $200,000 renovation and your home's going to be worth more than your neighbor's. Here's another big problem I see with these sites. You can have 2 houses in the same neighborhood, even on the same street. Let's say you have 2 houses, same size, same number of bedrooms, bathrooms, garage size, etc. This is what we would call a model match. It's the exact same floor plan. So you have these 2 houses directly across the street from each other. One has an amazing 180-degree view of the city. You can see the golf courses, the mountains, the ocean, everything. And the model match right across the street backs up to other houses or maybe even a busy road. Obviously, the house with the view is going to be worth more. These are the things that I see this site getting wrong, along with not knowing the upgrades, and sometimes even comparing homes that are in the same general area, but you might have a gated community right next to a non-gated community, in which a lot of cases will also have different values. I'm not trying to get too far into the weeds here, but I really want to drive home the fact that these sites are not the best way to put a price tag on your house. I'm sure someday they'll be more accurate. They can still be a good tool, and sometimes they're pretty close, but they do still get it wrong quite a bit, so don't rely on them as the final word. Get a professional assessment from a local agent who knows your neighborhood. If you're in Murrieta, Temecula, or any of the surrounding areas and you need to get your home sold, we'd love to help you. So, to sum it all up, pricing your home right isn't about going low. It's about being strategic. The right price brings in the right buyers, creates momentum, and keeps you in control when the offers come in. That's how you avoid leaving money on the table. Over the last 20 years, I've helped sellers all across Southern California avoid these mistakes and sell for strong prices, and I'd love to help you too. If you need to get your home sold, don't be shy. Use the link below to schedule a phone call or Zoom meeting. If you prefer not to click on a link, just shoot me a text, 951-489-8711. That's my personal cell phone, and we can get a call scheduled that way as well. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our community tours, market updates, and exclusive home opportunities. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.